G'day YouTube, Down to Bricks here. Watcha Building. Well, today we're having a look at the Ghost 75053. It comes with 929 pieces and 4 minifigs. But we're not just going to have a look at the Ghost, because in my opinion you can't have the Ghost without the Phantom. So we're going to check that one out as well, and that is set 75048. Comes with 234 pieces and 2 minifigs. So we'll just have a quick look at the minifigs. Alright, here are the figs from the two sets, but starting with the Phantom, we get Chopper and Ezra. So we get the cheeky Chopper, and with Ezra we get a helmet piece as well. So let's take the hair piece off, put the helmet on, and that does look very cool, doesn't it? Let's get that to focus. Come on, here we go. So that is a very cool minifigure indeed. And then on to the Ghost. We get Kanan, we get Hera, we get Zeb, and we get a Stormtrooper. So a very nice selection. I really like these minifigs. They are very cool. Let's have a look at the back of them. So you can see the printing. I love this detailed printing on Hera. Let's take that off so you can have a closer look. Let's see if I can get that to focus. Look at that detailed printing there. That is a great piece. And of course you get a double-sided face print as well. Let's put that back on. We get a double-sided face print on Kanan and on Ezra as well. There you go. And that jacket, look at that back printing there. That is awesome. So I really like these minifigs. They're a great addition to these sets. Now, the main character that I don't have now is of course Sabine, and you can get her in Ezra's speeder bike, but she also comes with her helmet in the Imperial Assault Carrier. So I'm hoping to be able to pick that set up. And let's jump right into the sets. So we'll start with the Phantom. So there's not too much to see here with the Phantom. It of course has the folding wings. So there's the back, and the wings can just fold up like so for when it stows away on the Ghost. So I like the design and the look of these wings. Have some weapons on the front here. The cockpit with a sticker. And this rear hatch, spring-loaded shooter of course, and this rear hatch lifts at the back here. Almost forgot how to do it. Lifts up like so, and then you can just lift that whole section off like that. And I've shot the shooter off, and there's Chopper tucked away in there. You can store some weapons in there if you like as well. And on to the Ghost. Now, if you've been watching my channel, when I first picked this set up, when it first came out, I was never really interested in the Rebel sets. I'd never seen the show. I didn't sort of know what the ships were, so I wasn't too interested in them. I picked this set up heavily discounted. It was almost half price, and for almost 1,000 pieces for the price I paid, it was just a great set to pick up, just to part out and put into my spare parts. But since then, I've got to say I have watched the Rebels show and I have been impressed. My boy and I have both really enjoyed the first season of the Rebels. So that encouraged me to really want to build this set and have a closer look at it, since I had a little bit more of an attachment with it. So I have to be honest with you, when I first saw the design of this ship, I really didn't know what to make of it. Since I've watched the show and now built the craft, I'm actually quite impressed with it. I really like the solid design that it has. It's definitely going to stay together, and to coin a brick adjuster phrase, it is, in my opinion, display worthy, so I will be putting it on display. But let's go in now and have a closer look at a few things. I do have a few little issues with it, so we'll take a look at those as well. Straight up, I'm just shooting off spring-loaded shooters here. So straight up, I was just going to show you, it has two spring-loaded shooters, one there and one there. That's just rocketed across the room. We've got a turret up front here. There's some stickers under here just for a bit more detail. I really like how they've used bricks for some of the details. So we've got a sticker here and a couple of little ones on the side there. But you know, we've got yellow bricks here to put the line across. We've got some sand green and some grey, and I really think that just sort of really adds to the detail. I like how they've done that and just not used stickers all over. So let's have a look in the front here. If we lower that down, you can see, and I'm not sure if you can see the sticker in there. And of course we've got the cockpit up here, and I do have a hairpiece in there, so I'll take that out and you can see in there. Now this is a sticker here, but this is printed on there. We have the turret up on top here with Zeb sitting inside. And on the sides we have a couple of escape pods, and they slide out very easily. And there we are, pretty basic in the design, but I do like that feature. I just clip straight back in there. In the back, I love the look of the engines here. That is very cool. I like the design of that. I like how it has this middle tail part here, and to me, when I finished building it, I guess the best thing I could describe it as is a bit like a stingray without the tail. That sort of was my take on it. The few things that I don't like about it is just this big open area here. So if you do not have the Phantom to go in there, it really sort of, that section really stands out. I do like the idea, if we lift that up, there is a little door in there, so when it does dock to the Phantom, they've got access into the Ghost. The other thing I don't really like about it is this turret section. Now it just lifts straight out. It doesn't actually lock in there in any way. It just slides in and out, and I don't know, I always feel with Lego you need some sort of locking mechanism just to hold things in, and I would have liked to see some idea. I'm not really sure. I know it has to come out to be able to put a minifig in there, but yeah, maybe some sort of one of the turntable pieces or something could have been used. I'm not too sure on a fix on that, but yeah, I'm just not real keen on that. The other thing that I don't like too much is just this front dome here, and it really just sits away from the body of the ship, so it doesn't hold up nice and tight like that. It's just the way the hinges work. It sits forward a little bit. Whether it could have been hinged up here, but then you would have seen the hinges and it probably wouldn't have looked too good. But I mean, that's just a minor thing, but just something I wanted to point out. But of course it does fit the Phantom, so let's have a look at that. So the Phantom can come in here, fold the wings up like so. You just lift that little section up there and it just slides in, and it actually sits on one stud. like so, and you can put that down and it locks in there. Now to me that looks much better. I really like the look of it once the two are put together. So if you are looking at purchasing this set, I highly encourage you to get the Phantom as well, and it really just finishes off the whole design. Now, should have Lego produced it as one set like this? My opinion is yes, they probably should have, but it is a business and they're going to do everything they can to increase their sales. So I'm not too upset with that. It's all just part and parcel of Lego. Couple other features that we have in the front here is some storage. I like it when we get storage. So we have storage here for a spring-loaded shooter, and on this side we have storage for some weapons, so you can fit the gun and lightsaber, and I've even got Zeb's weapons stashed down the side there, and that locks in there. Doesn't cause a problem, so it's good to have somewhere to store their weapons. Well, okay guys, you know what it's time for now, and it's not a Watcha Building without a comparison. So what will I compare this to? It was a little bit of a job finding something to compare it to, but I decided to go with the Malevolence. So let's bring that into screen. Now, this set was from 2012. It is set number 9515, comes with 1092 pieces, 6 minifigs. Now, I use this ship here as a comparison for a couple of reasons. If you combine the total piece count for the Ghost and the Phantom, you're looking at 1,163 pieces versus 1,092, so they're pretty close in piece count. Also, of course, it is a Rebel theme set, and we have another cartoon theme here in the Clone Wars. So I thought that was another good reason to compare these two. Straight off the bat, the Malevolence wasn't the biggest hit for Lego, but personally I love it. I love the color scheme, I love the size of it. It was one of the first sets I built that had a handle, so I know I had a bit of fun swooshing it around when I first built it. And I just love the design, the sleek design. So I really liked this build. So if I had to pick between the two, I would go the Malevolence. I just think it's a slightly better design. I just love the overall size, but I have to say I have been impressed with the Ghost. So being up front and saying that I am now going to display this set, I think speaks volume for the set itself. Not sure if I mentioned that this was a 2014 release, so it's probably getting a little bit harder to find at the moment. There is some stores in Australia I know that still have still stocking the Phantom. At least the Ghost is probably disappeared now. I'm not sure if it's still on the Lego website, but by all means, if you've been sitting on the fence and you're not too sure about that set, if you're a Rebels fan, of course, I do recommend it. If not, it is a set that you can probably give a miss and save your pennies for something that you're more interested in. Well, that's it for this Watcha Building. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel for more Lego, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.